It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Line drive, come on. Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Siggy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is the day to come storming out of the gates.
Barker makes the play. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Foul ball there. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And the first hit of the World Series is a double.
He was all over that one. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Will Smith now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0. So 2 down. Here comes Max Muncy. In the air, left field, and that is Springer. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. This is the World Series on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, George Springer. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most decorated pitchers to come out of Japan and finished his Nippon professional baseball career in style.
That misses the zone. 2-0.
Facing elimination and pitching in Game 6 of the Japan series, Yamamoto pitched a complete game with 14 strikeouts and broke the series strikeout record held by Yu Darvish. What a way to go out.
And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. That one's in there. Strike one. Tying run is at first here in game one of the World Series. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
2 strikes.
Man at second. And that misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
In the dirt, and Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 balls.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Springer at second with 2 down. So 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0.
And another ball.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Squeezes it, and that is that. Blue Jays held in check. They're down 1-0. Game 1 of the World Series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Bieber back to work. Out to short. 1 up, 1 down. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. Tommy Edman now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. And there are 2 outs. Andy Pajes now at the plate. Tap foul at the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Connor Falefa sizes this one up, makes the grab, and that is that. We head to the bottom of the second, and now it's Dalton Varsho.
Center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Varshay needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. And that one cutting but missing down low. The next pitch misses. 2-1.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
So now 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Popped up. Edmonds sprinting for this one. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that one is out of here. And we're level. It's 1-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. That's just hitting you cannot teach. Incredible. Split finger away. Somehow he got there, hooked it, and got enough barrel to hit that ball out of the ballpark. That's a very impressive swing.
Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And that is out of play.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And ball one.
1-1.
Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Strike three. It's a strikeout for Yoshinobu. Addison Barger getting ready to hit. And there's a ball. Just missed. Just missed. And a 4-pitch walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
One down. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Just missed.
Boog, I don't think anyone was shocked when Yamamoto signed with Los Angeles. He joins a long list of pitchers who signed with the Dodgers out of Japan, following in the footsteps of Hideo Nomo, Hiroki Kuroda, and Kenta Maeda.
That one down the line, and foul ball. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got it. That K is his third of the game.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters. And more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
One ball.
Tied up here in the early going. Strike three. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at one apiece. Top half of the third inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Dodgers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Got him swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And Mookie takes. Ohtani leads off first with one away. Bieber checks the runner. Ohtani back in.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Runner takes off, and that one lifted in the air center field. Hooks it away for the out. Out number 2. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Doubled his first time up. Runner on the go. This one high in the air to left center. Varsho sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. One left for L.A. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Set for the bottom of the third. Now here is George Springer. Just missed.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
2-0. And a foul ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And now 2-2.
2-2 now.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swings through that.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
That misses the zone. It's 2-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Guerrero in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
New inning getting started, and up to the plate is Will Smith. Hard hit left side. The throw to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Muncy digs in. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Muncy measures 5 feet 10 inches, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. Laced to right center, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, right fielder Teoscar
Here's
Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez. Swinging a foul out of play. All tied up here in Game 1 of the World Series. And that's outside. That one to first, and it's through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Back-to-back singles. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball go deep.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Fly to center his first time. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. There's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And midway in the 4th, all tied 1-1. Bottom of the 4th, and here is Alejandro Kirk. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1's the count. Oh, 1.
In the dirt, and it's 2-1. Line drive, and that gets down for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Runner at first with no outs here. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one 95 to finish him off.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. When you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't.
Runner takes off, swinging a foul straight back. Runner goes again. Next offering is fouled back. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single.
Manager out of the dugout.
Now pitching for Los Angeles, number 70, Justin Robleski.
And that one fouled off. Kirk, the runner at first with two gone. Swings and misses. And that is strike two. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. They get a leadoff single. But Game one of the World Series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 2-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Kim in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out,
that one ripped. Bangs off the wall. The throw in. Not in time. He's got a double.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Hard hit right side. Tosses to first. One away here in the fifth.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Into center and a base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they take a two-run lead.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. To second, that's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Back now in Toronto. Here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
First pitch misses.
Well, these Blue Jays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Jimenez swings through it for strike one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Outside low, and a count 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Pajes hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting left fielder, George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer. 1 for 2.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Connor Falefa at first, one gone. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
On to second, they get one. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers. So they turn things over to the righty, Yariel Rodriguez.
Now pitching.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Kirk to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Fires over to Guerrero. They get the out on Muncy. 2 down, bases empty. And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game. And this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Barker makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Nathan Lucas.
Nathan Lucas.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. That one missing inside. The Dodgers holding on to a 2-run lead here in Game 1 of the World Series. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. stays alive. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Out towards right center field. Touches down. That's a hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
One gone, runner at first. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ballgame.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. Guerrero, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark, you're a little late.
And down on strikes he goes. Now 2 out.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way, coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff, boring in on his hands.
Dalton Varsho digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Squirts away a little bit. Swings and misses. Strike one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
That's a ball.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Ernie Clement in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Kicks and fires. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Ground ball to the right side. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. One left for Toronto. Score holds. It's 3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Braden Fisher.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
First pitch, not close. Movement in the bullpen. Number 68 up and throwing. Number 56 also getting ready. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Varsho. And there's one down. Here's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. And that one wrapped foul.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle on the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Shohei Ohtani, 1 for 3. Fought off foul. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on
Now batting
and 2
at
out.
shortstop, Mookie
Here's Mookie
Betts.
now. To third. Fair ball. Around third. He'll score.
Picks himself up an
Now
RBI.
batting
Turned on it.
Number 56 comes on now.
And they
Now
felt it was
pitching
time to
for
bring
the
on a
Blue
left-handed
Jays.
reliever from the pen with the lefty
Number
hitter coming
56.
up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Freeman at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the late stages of game 1. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 4-1. You're watching the World Series on the show. Bottom of the 7th. Now here is Ernie Clement. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Edman hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 away. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. And that one upstairs, ball 1. On the ground right side. And that's an out.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that.
And the Dodgers.
Now pitching for Los Angeles, number 78, Ben Kasparian.
Ball 1, no strikes on Kiner Falefa. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Hernandez settles underneath it, makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. And we're back. The batter now will be Will Smith. And here it comes. And a foul ball. High fly ball out towards left center. Varsho after it. Puts it away for the out. Here's Muncy to hit. In the air, left field, and that is Springer. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Teoscar Hernandez. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the eighth. And now the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Way out front for strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Here's George Springer. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Outside low, 1-0. The Dodgers leading by 3 here in Game 1 of the World Series. That one the other way. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Throws to second. Runner stops at second. And the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball.
Kim. Save! Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Known for his late inning heroics. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And that one is downstairs. And the count 1-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Move to first. Lucas back in standing. So they're all loaded up. That one misses. And now it's 3-2.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Now this one gets away from the catcher. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with another good pitch for the punch out. With the bases loaded, that's good pitching right there.
Now, Alejandro Kirk.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Next pitch off the plate. And that's ball 2. And here comes the Dodgers.
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 43, Anthony Banda.
There's a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings and misses. And the count is 2-2.
Now,
Upstairs. Good job to fight that one off. Line drive, base hit. One runs in. Another comes in to score. It's 4-3.
Such great concentration.
Now running at
Everybody
third
on
base.
their feet, knowing that you can. Come through with a good
Miles
swing,
Straw.
and there he doesn't try to do too much.
Varsho in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Look out! And it hit him.
Oh, there's no hiding in this spot. Bases loaded now, and no more. Wiggle room for any more mistakes like that.
Clement in now, takes ball one off the plate.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Addison Bar. And the Dodgers.
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 51, Alex
That's
Garcia.
in for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Just missed. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Gets him to chase after that one. Inside. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Back here at Rogers Center. Now the left fielder, Tommy Edman. And fouled off. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Number 68, the left-hander, up and throwing. Tied at 4. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the ninth. And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajas. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he chases a high fastball there.
0-1's the count.
Base hit right field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Now 1-1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And that one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
4-4 in the ninth. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. battling here as he fouls it away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like. But you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Ohtani swings through it for strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's the third out. So no runs here. All set for the bottom of the ninth. Now it's the second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Yeah, that's fouled off. Slap the other way, foul. Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him! And that's the first out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jimenez in the box now. Takes strike one. Fouled off. He was late.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Springer, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Check swing, and he went 0-2.
0-2.
Struck him out swinging. That's the third out, and all set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. And that is out of play. On the ground to the left. Tosses across to first, and Betts is gone. Here's Freddie Freeman now. 1 for 4 with a double.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
And the first offering is not close. And that one is inside. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. Swings through that one.
2-2 the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Will Smith to the plate. A swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Not close with that one.
Strike.
Now 1-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Varsho makes the catch, and that'll do it. Do it for the Dodgers here. This game's all tied at 4. Back now in Toronto. On to the bottom of the 10th. And now the DH, Miles Straw. That's a hit!
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Got a ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Now batting,
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Varsho.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the winning run is now in scoring position. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy.
We're back. And on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
On a line. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down.
Man, if that drops right there, they would have gotten the potential winning run on base, maybe even in the scoring position. But that's just one of those hang-with-ems.
Hernandez, I think he got a piece. That's strike 1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pick.
One down, base is empty. And here's a slow roller. Guerrero steps on first for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And here comes Tommy Edman. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of the World Series. And he takes a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Line drive. Jump throw. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Digging in, Andy Pajes. Fouled off down the right side. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning.
Now pitching for Los Angeles.
Back here in extras. And a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning. Number 86. Clement in the box now. Takes strike one.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Brings it in. And a quick out, number one. So up next, Addison Barger. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. And strike two.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Now fly ball to right center. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Swing and a miss. And 1-1. Winning run stands at second. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity. Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Hoffman back to work. On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. And that one ripped to left, down the line, and it's foul. Tied at 4. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two now. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's Kike Hernandez. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Varsho brings it in for the 3rd out. And we're back. Bottom of the 12th inning now. Here's the left fielder, George Springer. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
And fouled off. That one missed.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
And that drops in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Miles Straw in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. got him swinging. And the batter now, Miles Straw. A single and a run scored and a walk. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one. Hit on the ground to short. Betts jumps, throws, and he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single. And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Swinging a foul out of play. One down, winning run at first. Here in the late stages of game one. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. And that's down and away. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Ground ball could be two. To Betts at second for one. To Freeman, double play, inning over. No runs, one hit.
Pitching for the Blue Jays.
Now we're in extras. And there's a new arm on the mound, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Line drive. Fires across the diamond. And Betts is set down. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. That one is absolutely belted. Could be extra bases. Around first, digging for two. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And they get the out on Smith. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Intentional walk here with two out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at-bat. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. They miss a big chance to take the lead here. Back here at Rogers Center, last half of the 13th set to go. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And that is downstairs. Ball one. Late with the swing there.
I got one ball, one strike.
Next pitch is outside. And here comes the dodge.
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 49, Blake Trinan.
Hit in the air, center field. Pajes has this one sized up, makes the grab, one away. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Fought off foul. Base is empty, one away here in game one of the World Series. Smoked on the ground a second. Throws to first in time. That's it out. Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground.
Rolls across the diamond and 13 frames for the Blue Jays. Score remains tied at 4. New inning getting started. Tommy Edman at the plate. Fly ball center field. Varsho after it. He's got it. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
On the ground, out to short. Fires to first in time. Here's Kike Hernandez.
For the Dodgers, second baseman Kike Hernandez.
Ripped on a line. Varsho makes the grab, and that's the inning. Dodgers down in order. Still all square at 4 apiece. Bottom of the inning, and now the right fielder, Addison Barger. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one is back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now
here's the second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. First pitch, and he just misses. Just missed. That one hooked foul. Next offering misses down and away. Andres Jimenez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Jimenez up to bat next. Late. He's off for a ball. Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Kiner-Falefa on the go. And the count 1-2. 1 down. Winning run on at first. Cut on and lifted in the air. Edman in position. Makes the grab for the second out. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They take the force out. Got him. 15th inning on the way. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on.
Pitching for the Blue Jays.
Back now, and we're in extras. A new arm on the mound here in the top half of the inning. Brendan Little.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Tied at 4. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Betts. Clement over to Kiner-Falefa to Guerrero, and they turn 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes the play, and that's out number 3. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We're in extras here. Now the number 2 hitter, Miles Straw. That's in there. That one in the dirt, and that is ball 1. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. That's the first sweeper we've seen today, and the batter made a mess of it.
First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. And that quickly, 2 away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swing and a chopper out to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Will Smith. Little back to work. Late swing, fouled off. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And they get the out on Smith. Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Tap foul at the plate. Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the funky Muncy is stifled by the strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Ripped to third. Clement over to first. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Bottom of the inning. And now here is Dalton Varsho. And that one fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And it's 1-1. Dives and he can't hang on. No play. That's an infield single.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now at the plate. Barger. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. A monster shot to right. And the Blue Jays finally walk it off.
In the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long